Well, we're somewhere heading towards the North Carolina border.
We hope.
We hope. And Jill's driving right now. There we go. And we are in the Equinox, the 2018 Equinox Premier, which we're going to give you a little bit of information. Is, first of all, the horsepower is 170, which in its segment, everything's going up to about 180. So I'm thinking there's a second engine to this, right? Yes. They're not talking about the diesel, even though it was mentioned that there's going to be a diesel. So on this trip, they're not talking about the diesel. We might ask them, but again, there will be a second engine for this vehicle. So right now we're driving the 1.5. Jill, I have my opinions about the 1.5. What's your thought on it?
I haven't done a lot of highway driving just yet. I've been on mostly side streets, come to a stop sign right now.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's been fine. The top speed limit that I've been driving is about 55. Hitting some, four-way stops and some, country byways and things like that. And I haven't really pushed the acceleration too much. One thing I will say, anybody who follows me, if you're coming onto this and you follow Randy, you'll know one of my big pet peeves is auto stop start. I hate it. And in Chevrolet, they actually put it on here, and I want to say it doesn't completely suck. It kind of sucks, but not completely sucks. One reason that I don't like it on this vehicle is because you can't shut it off. It's there, you're stuck with it, deal with it. At least I haven't found where you can shut it off. I don't think you can. But again, haven't been driving for too long. But the part that doesn't completely suck is it's not, like a lot of vehicles, when the engine shuts off, it goes, and then to go back on, it's like, and your steering wheel locks up, and you have this huge lag time between when the engine is turning back on and when you can actually move the vehicle. And so far, I haven't found that in this car, so still don't like it. But I am actually not completely unhappy with it, which is a huge step up from anybody who saw my I Hate It post a few days ago. But I don't completely mean to hijack your Facebook Live, Randy, but...
No, you're fine. You're good.
So far, I really like it.
No, you know what? I'll tell you this, is that you need to know this stuff. You need to know this information because Jill and I essentially drive the same cars when we're back home. She's based in Chicago, I'm based in Minneapolis, so we share the same media fleets. So we see, we may drive the same cars, we may see something different. I can tell you that I was on the highway and there's two things that come out. That is, there's no adaptive cruise in this thing. So when you try to adjust the sensitivity of the forward collision, it's not working with the cruise control, unless, because there was one time I was coming up on a truck and it didn't slow down. That's not cool. Now on the stop start, it was so invasive, I didn't even feel it. So, but these are things I know most of you who follow me and are my friends and whatnot are going, Randy, we don't give a shit about that. We want you to drive really cool cars. Yeah, by the way, happy birthday, Paul. That's I'm referencing you because you're the one who asked me, so last year when you brought the Porsche 911, are you going to have any cool cars this coming year? And by cool cars, I mean Ferraris. Seriously, dude? Shut up. Have a nice birthday. I'll see you in Travis when I get back. But the point being is, and also another thing, birthday boy, that you said, is that you don't like crossovers. Guess what? We're in an SUV. We're in a crossover. Deal with it. And we're going through North Khaki. We're going through South Kakalaki right now, trying to get to North Kakalaki. We've been to a battlefield, yay, but the battlefield turned out to be really sweet for photos and whatnot, and it's really, you drive through this stuff and it's history, and because I know for a fact that when I lived in the Northern Virginia, DC area, I love going to battlefields because that's the history undergrad in me that that just yeah, that's works out beautifully. So you know that's how it goes.
Half a mile. Turn right to merge on I-26 west.
We're finally coming to an interstate. Yay! Okay. But I drove first, and I can give you two things. Is that it's a very nice ride. There is some tire noise on rougher surfaces. I sort of expect that because we are on Hancooks, and bigger Hancooks at that. I love the interior setup. It's you know, once you set it up, it's really nice. And you know, we've integrated Apple CarPlay because Jill has the app that we're using for this particular trip, and we eventually integrated it into here we go.
Okay, and I'm gonna say that acceleration is a little bit lackluster. It doesn't quite give you the punch that you want.
22 miles. Continue on I-26 west.
There you go.
So it's not awful, but it's not what I want.
I would agree. There are much more punchier products in this class, and but the thing is, though, is that if you don't care about punchiness, it's perfectly fine. But for those of us that have a little bit of a more sensitive foot that wants to push it down, we need much more engaging, high performance type vehicles. And we can talk about all of them right now, but at this point, not really. So we're on Interstate 26 going north into North Carolina. We're going to be crossing into there. We're going to be making our stop at Carl Sandburg's home. And then we'll get into Asheville. And we got some other things going on. So, hey, I know what time it is back in the Midwest for us. You Twin Cities people, you need to do one thing. Go back to work. Otherwise, hey, we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.